everybody. Tracy Hackler with another episode of Roadshow Roundup. We have Trey Lance, top right, Kentucky Roadshow.
Trey Lance.
Let's go.
We got Trey Lance on the pod?
What the
Well, that's almost better than Josh Giddey.
We got Lance Ware in the house.
It's the headband. It's Lance Ware. It's the Trey Lance pool from Dubs. Hello, everybody. Tracy Hackler with another fascinating edition of Roadshow Roundup. Trey Huntsman, top right, Kentucky Roadshow. Kevin Kulikowski, bottom right, New York Roadshow. And last but certainly not least, especially in this next week or so, Cody Crim, Texas Roadshow. We have an opening date. We have an opening date, June 15th. Am I right?
Absolutely.
And you know what?
Wow, where'd he go?
Tracy,
that's a new one.
really,
All right, he's out.
All right, the inmates are now running the asylum, ladies and
Should I do
gentlemen.
like an intro? Or...
All right. Yeah.
All right.
I
Top
guess
Lance,
it's
Trey
an
Lance.
intro.
Yeah,
and then
but
you
we can do a secondary intro. So Trey Lance, go ahead, take it away.
What's going on, everybody? This is the Roadshow Roundup, looking a little bit different this week. We've got myself, Trey Huntsman, Kevin Kulikowski, and on the bottom, we've got Cody Crim or David Diamondstein. Can't even
How's
tell.
my David impression? I feel like my David impression is on point.
It's
It-
very
it's-
good.
I'll be
It's
the
also
guy
the
that
most I've
scoots
ever
away
seen
from
you
you.
smile.
So
I really
this-
wish we could have got a wider cut of that to see Kev's like full reaction of it.
I think we
just-
can. I think we can go into the security footage and actually be able to see Kevin just kind of back away.
Yeah, I just.
Oh,
let
is
it
it
rock,
not?
but that
Is
was
the rest of
wild.
it not good after you? All I see is your face. Yo,
I mean that was pretty much it. Yeah, it was like then applaud. I think I tried to give somebody a high five. It didn't happen. Like we didn't connect. It was
that'd also be funny.
it was rough. I don't know. I don't
It was
remember.
just
that.
like trying to high five.
Right, I'm
people.
just like trying to
Everyone's
dap
just
the
like,
dude
"Who's
up that hit it, and like he just is over here hitting the casino slot machine. Like,
He just hit one of these. Kevin's over in the corner, like dabbing by himself.
right. No, I tried to keep it cool. You know, I knew the cameras were watching.
What has happened to that card since then, Trey? Do you know?
I tried to check on eBay to see if he had listed it, but I don't think that he
I
has.
thought he said he was gonna.
Yeah, I don't think he's listed it yet. So
So speaking of things getting listed, I'm not sure our schedule of talking points since Hackler has left, and he's normally the one that keeps us focused.
I
But,
got it. I got it written down.
The
you got the full
LeBron-
agenda?
Yeah, the agenda. Yeah, that-
Wait, first we're gonna get into that. Let's do shop
Oh.
updates first.
All right. Well, just screw me then.
Yeah, sorry, Cody. We're trying to keep. We're trying
Cody
to
will be
keep the
doing
same-
that in about a week. Actually, right now.
right
Yeah.
this time
A
next
week
week.
from
Cody's gonna
today.
be counting his monies after the shop closes and just jumping up and down for
See
joy.
how many dead presidents did you collect on day one?
Hopefully
Right.
a lot. And inventors and founders of
Whoa.
electricity. And
Watch, he's gonna get like no dead presidents because it's gonna be all card payments and it's gonna be like kind of anticlimactic, but at the same time you could just keep clicking refresh on the iPad and just see that number change.
it's like cash.
Which is what
today,
Lewis does. For
$27.
like the entire time Kevin and Lewis are here, it could be nobody's been in the shop in an hour, and every 5 minutes Lewis would open up Shopify and swipe down to refresh the sales number for the day. I'm like, Lewis, we haven't
Literally-
been in sale in 30 minutes.
Literally a
That sounds
David
like-
Jr.
That sounds like
David
I was gonna
Jr.
say that sounds just like David walking around furniture stores.
And then and then they were giving each other high fives when like a sale came and we sold like $9 worth of assorted singles. David and Lewis, yes, the number went up.
But we sell a box of Prizm, it's like
It's just because it was Prizm. It was an expensive box.
just Prizm. But if you're not familiar with it yet, in a week, Cody's shop is going to be opening June 15th, grand opening, and it's going to be grand. It's going to be awesome next week.
Absolutely. We have some stuff still that we haven't announced. This week we posted the video of the full card wall. We posted today,
Massive.
actually. Yeah, massive. 44 feet long, 11 feet high, and incredible. And even more incredible when you see it in person. And then on top of that, we also announced the date that everyone's been waiting for, and that is our official opening day, which is June 15th. We still have a couple more things to announce later in the week, so be sure you're following Texas Roadshow Shop and Roadshow Cards on IG and checking us out there, because we have some pretty big announcements still. Obviously, it's hard to top a grand opening announcement. But there's going to be some more big stuff coming down the pipeline this week.
So it's been 11 months since the announcement at Trade Night. So all the crazy stuff that's happened with backdoors and supplies, everything from top walls, basically anything. You're here, you announced the date today. How big of a relief, like how much fun has it been today to know that you are 7 days away?
Oh, awesome. I mean, I've said from the beginning, like and obviously Kevin too, and the channels, and Trey, obviously you were brought in a year and a half ago or whatever. Mm-hmm. But like we were brought in really because our specialty is like buying and selling sports cards, and our specialty for the past 8 to 11 months, depending on the individual. And when they came on board, the last 8 to 11 months, our specialty has been construction and
mastering podcasts. If you're
mastering podcasts, that's right. I mean, we got that after like episode 3, at least, I think. So
yeah.
But yeah, so to now be able to just like, I'm so close to being able to just focus all my energy on doing nothing but buying and selling sports cards. And obviously I think there's more reasons why Jimmy brought us on. Like, I think we all think of ourselves as good people. And I think we have good personalities. And the list can go on and on and on, especially with Kevin. Just ask him, he'll tell you. And
you want my I have it written down. You want me to go through it or no?
No,
everybody but Chase has a like. That? Everybody but Chase is like.
Everybody but Chase is liked in the Roadshow fam. So yeah, no,
Chase, we love you. You do great editing work and all that good stuff.
Yes. But no, we're excited to open, and I think mostly it all boils back to what I've been saying, and our specialty is buying and selling sports cards, and sports cards is what we know. Construction, not so much, but we've managed to get through it, and we know things like what a parapet wall is, and that town halls take 2 month hiatuses from meeting to discuss if signage that is 6 inches wide is approved or not. So and anything and everything in between, it seems like we've had to go through to get to this point. But to answer your question, short story long, as my friend Tracy Hackler likes to say, I am super excited. I'm excited to get in the shop. I'm excited to be around other fellow collectors, and excited to really hone in on one of the things that I love most, and it's sports cards.
Beautifully said.
That was so articulate.
You got a little tear in my eye from the passion that you brought to that.
I'm not really proud of Chase, but
and I also want to say that I'm very excited to see both of y'all there for the opening.
Yeah, so like I close on my new house on Friday, and Trey is gonna be in Indy working.
Yes.
Remember when that was gonna be a thing? Man, that was an exciting time.
When all of us were going to be in Indy together, now it's just me.
Well, right. There was a time when all of us were going to be in Indy. There was a time when all of us were going to be at our openings.
The issue is with the price of jet fuel nowadays, the Twins ticket to get to your opening would have been $7,200 each. And
David said that's still cheaper than the National.
We haven't sold that many boxes of Prizms yet. David is listening in live.
Yeah, he texted me and said that's still a cheaper price than their flight to the National.
But no, Cody, you hit us with a nice transition that definitely got lost because nobody else knows what you're talking about. But New York update: the New York Roadshow will not have signage of any kind until September at the earliest, because the sign committee is already full for July and they don't meet in August.
It's funny that they have a sign committee.
Yes.
It reminds me of the committee to plan parties from The Office.
Yes, correct. That and essentially that's what these people are. So we can't have signs, anything, no stickers in the window, no decals, no awning until at least September. So we had to get creative. I got my lawyer on the case, and we are going to hang something from our ceiling inside our windows that does not touch the windows whatsoever, which is signage but it doesn't need to be approved because it is in my store. So I spoke to David today at the time of recording, and we're having that made, and then we're gonna hang it with fishing wire from the ceiling of the
Classy
shop
joint.
in the window. Listen, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta pivot, dip, duck, and dodge. So yeah, essentially we're dealing with that. On the plus side, we're moving Tuesday. We have our walkthrough for the certificate of occupancy. So that's exciting.
You're getting that well in advance of your opening. I'm cutting mine pre.
Yeah. And then
to fill our listeners in, I still don't have mine. So yeah, fingers crossed on opening.
Well, hopefully it's tax
June
relief.
15th though.
Right, you guys might not be able to come inside. Like, we're gonna have to like.
No, you can come inside. I just can't sell you stuff.
Oh, darn. But yeah, and
free Panini one.
Right.
My card bar installed.
Joke's on you. I don't have Panini one.
You don't have Panini one?
Well, let me tell you, you got some Pokeballs coming in the mail, courtesy of the Kentucky Roadshow.
I hope, like, and I'm sure Jimmy's gonna end up being your first customer, either that or Bailey or maybe Chase. But I hope that like the first purchase in your shop is like literally like a pack of top loaders, like just so that you'll always remember that, like, first thing I sold, or like Pokemon.
So you know what's funny? And let me give the listeners a little peek behind the curtain, and then I'm going to transition this right into Trey.
Yeah, pull back that curtain.
So David ordered us supplies. David Diamondstein, for our listeners, who, if you're an AWUL, I'm sure you are familiar with David Diamondstein in all his ways.
What does the U stand for?
Is it not AWL?
Yeah, you said like AWUL.
New Arc.
Oh, wool. All
The
our
wool.
wools out there. I'm gonna roll with it. All right, all our AWULs out there. We love David Diamondstein, and he submitted our supply list based a lot on Kentucky's needs. And if you know our fearless leader Jimmy Mahan, one of his favorite things to do is complete sets of products. So he'll get a binder, and I kid you not, if you've been in the store, it's awesome to see. But it's like Jimmy's getaway, and like get away for like an hour or whatever from the busyness of his life. He will sit down with a binder and 9 pocket sheets and open a box, fill the set in. If it doesn't complete it, he'll open another box, fill the set in, or whatever. So that being said, I have like 150 binders that I'm not sure I'm going to sell if Jimmy's not in town.
And they're expensive
or
too,
if
right?
he's
They're
in
not
town and
cheap.
not building a set at the time.
They're not cheap.
Cody's
I don't know. I didn't get the invoice, Kevin. I just got
They're
a box.
expensive.
I literally got 4 boxes that were like the size of Chase. I could have shipped Chase to Kentucky. It was probably heavier than Chase too.
We don't want him.
Yeah, I know y'all don't want him.
He's
but
just gonna sit in his hotel room. It's okay.
He's just gonna sit at the DoubleTree and go to Sonic every night.
I mean, the DoubleTree was lovely.
yeah. Oh, I'm aware. That's what I had to do when he was in town.
It was because you were with him.
Yeah. They were like,
So
well,
here-
we only could have got a hang with Chase. So,
With Kevin was here. By the way, for our listeners,
Yes.
Kevin was here last week and did full training, learned the point of sale, running the shop, all the fun stuff behind the bar, ordering wax, putting cards on the site.
went to a soccer game.
And while he was here, we just did it as big as we possibly could. Just
We
had
had
a
a great
fat old
time.
time, man.
Different thing.
Like,
I
we
ate
did.
dinner with David every night. So yes, I was in Kentucky. A lot of Prizm was ripped. An exciting box of National Treasures was ripped. A meme was born. But Trey, since I've left, what's been going on in Kentucky?
It's been fun. I mean, it's been a fun few days. Bunch of new releases. So next door, as many of you know, if you don't know, we are expanding next door. We are going to connect the 2 shops.
Trey, could you say that you have a hole in the wall card shop now?
Yes, you could, Cody. I really do.
Thanks.
So we're going to connect the 2 through that archway. And this week, what we started doing is started getting some of the shiplap up that'll match next door. And if you haven't seen a lot of the videos, what we're going to do is we're going to make that our museum side. So there's not going to be any cards for sale over there. It's going to be couches and TVs, all the memorabilia, all the signed shoes and jerseys. We're going to put a coffee bar over there. And for most of that, that's going to come a little bit later this summer. But we have a really cool event that's coming up in a couple weeks that we'll probably have announced in the next week or two. But we're going to have an event over there, and we're actually going to get that space open, hopefully by the end of June, for people to come in and just see what we're planning. So it's going to be awesome. Besides that, I mean, a lot of new releases. I haven't been on here in a couple weeks. So Prizm came out. That just flew off the shelves. And I think arguably we might have had the best, maybe the best case or so of any product that we've ever had was all pulled in our shop. It was just Jamar Chase Color Blast, Mac Jones to 49, like gold vinyls, all kinds of stuff. It was Kevin was there. It was one of the craziest few boxes we've ever seen. So that was a lot of fun. And then Noir came out today, had some of that ripped in the shop. So it's been a pretty fun week. I miss Kevin a bunch. I miss Lewis even more.
Yeah.
I miss you too.
Yeah. I bet he does miss me. Can we get him on the podcast soon, Kev?
Deal. He can make a cameo.
Ooh, really? I'm going to hold you to that.
All right.
Because last time I checked in, it was a hard no.
Let's touch base on
WWE
Mac Jones.
Revolution?
No, Mac Jones. No, nobody wants to talk about that. Mac Jones, his one of one non-autographed Prizm. Mac Jones. What was the phone number? 808-334-8004. What was it?
Wait, that's the what's his? I can't remember it. No, I'm not too young.
Who, Mike Jones?
Who Mike?
No,
Jones?
I'm thinking about. Never mind. I was thinking about the video game reference where the guy Leroy. Is it Leroy
Jenkins?
That's what I had.
Yes, but no.
That's what I was.
Wait,
that's not a video game reference.
Yes,
are you thinking about? Oh, is it?
No, Leroy Jenkins.
That's a PC game. That was
World
like
of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft.
I thought you were talking about the Greg Jamies.
Oh, Greg Jennings put the team on his back.
Well, Greg Jennings is also a video game reference because that was from Madden.
Yeah. All right,
okay.
Kev, we're just going to talk about references now.
Deal. So Mac Jones, one of one, pulled by a 13-year-old and sold for $100,000. Goodbye, bad buy. Like what are we?
Was it the true black one or the mosaic?
It was the true black. The true black.
The funny thing too is that I think I saw something where his dad was like there was somebody in the shop and the kid goes, "Dad, like how much am I gonna be able to sell this for?" And the dad immediately goes, "You mean how much are we gonna be able to sell it?"
It's about right. Who pays?
I can't confirm because I wasn't there, but it's funny in my head if that is how it happened.
Right.
Also, there's a rumor that it's already been flipped again for like 170. I can't confirm that. The 100.
Wow.
I thought 100 seemed low. I'm sorry.
The 100 seemed low.
The 100K sale. Let me just put this out there, and we can discuss high or low. 100K sale, 100% confirmed by the person who pulled it on the social medias. That sold for 100K. There have since been rumors on Instagram that I've seen all throughout today, with people saying that they know and have seen that the Mac Jones got sold for 170. I can't confirm that. That's just the rumors. But either way, I thought 100K was right on the money, is where I'll say.
I thought it was
a little high.
I thought it was just a little bit low.
Like
for a true black 101.
Okay, let me ask you a question, right? Mac Jones, and love Alabama, love Mac Jones, right? The Patriots and rumors have already swirled that the Patriots are looking to draft a backup plan, right? I've heard that, Mac isn't surefire to keep his job. Although
I have not heard that.
Okay. The other thing is, and Cody and I have had this conversation before, right? There are so many elite quarterbacks in the NFL right now, right?
Especially in the AFC.
Especially, I mean, in his division, right? There's a better one than him in there. So, like, what is your goal in buying $100,000 Mac Jones?
Wait,
right? Like,
Oh yeah. Obviously, Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. Yeah.
I mean, I was like, Tua? Are you saying Tua?
No.
I would on it like you could make a case. I would take Tua right. I would buy Tua's 1-of-1 right now over Max.
Oh, as far as buying, I think Tua is a much better buy than Mac Jones currently.
Right.
How about this? Regardless,
Tua is cheap at the moment.
Yeah. Regardless of if they have one or if they don't.
Yeah.
If all 32 were available, which 5 quarterbacks would have the most valuable 1-of-1 Prizm right now?
If they were available,
are we using it with qualifying it as a rookie, or are we?
Yes, it is a 1-of-1 Black Prizm rookie today on
Tom Brady.
Brady
Aaron,
won.
And active quarterbacks?
Yes.
Tom Brady, Aaron
Brady,
Rodgers.
Mahomes, Rodgers.
Mahomes would be over Rodgers, right?
I think so.
I think Josh Allen would be more than Rodgers.
I don't think so because Rodgers' contenders are higher than those guys.
Fair.
But that's a scarcity thing.
What? But isn't a 1-of-1 the same?
Well, yeah. I mean,
I don't think
guess
Aaron Rodgers are that. I think Aaron Rodgers are out of like 530 or something. I could be wrong.
I'm not
that
sure.
was when we knew the print run of contenders autos. So
right.
So right now, probably.
But either way,
Rodgers.
yes, I would agree with all 4 of those. Probably next may even be Burrow.
I would say Burrow right there, or
like Burrow followed by Herbert, followed by Lamar Jackson, right? Like, I mean, Mac Jones doesn't crack the top 10.
You can make a case, does he crack the top 15 that you would want to buy right now?
Right.
I would say no, just because I think he's overpriced currently.
Right. He is. And that's why I thought like the 100K seemed high. Right.
So can I ask you this? Would you rather have so I just looked this up.
Yeah.
Would you rather have a Mac Jones 1-of-1?
Yeah.
True rookie 1-of-1 or 52 Mantle PSA 5?
The Mantle. And I'm a Mets fan.
I mean, they're both $100,000. That's why I was asking.
Right. What are the last?
That's what other card you could buy for $100,000.
All right, so here, look at it this way, right? What did the last Jordan BGS 9.5 do?
Please entertain our listeners while I look.
Yeah, because I mean, like that's the thing, right? There's something to be said about having a 1-of-1, right, of a rookie. But if that rookie doesn't stack up to all these other like people, it's it is what it is, right? And I think Mac Jones. Look, I like Mac Jones a lot. I think he fits that Patriots system perfectly. Do I think he is going to sniff a Super Bowl in his career? No, just because the rest of the NFL, especially the AFC, is so good right now that Josh Allen's in his division.
So this is just going to show y'all how far Jordans have fallen. What's your guess on the last
45K?
Did you look it up?
No, that's just what I think it is.
Exactly right. 45.
Is it?
45-1.
Okay, so would you rather, here's a question, right? Would you rather have a Michael Jordan rookie card, BGS 9.5, plus a PS? Well, no, here, I was gonna say you could have a Michael Jordan BGS 9.5 rookie card, a Mantle PSA 2, and then probably an on-card Jordan autograph in a Bulls uniform, or Mac Jones's non-autoed 1-of-1. Right? It's like, and again, the person who bought it, especially if they already flipped it for 75K over, like
it would be a Mantle 3 and a Jordan 9.5,
right?
Or the Mac Jones,
right?
Just keep in mind, Mac. How many Mac 1-of-1s are in Prizm this year? 2. Like
that's I think. Well, there's an insert. There's an auto 1-of-1.
Yep.
There's an auto mem 1-of-1.
Black shimmer, black.
Yeah.
To me, that's another thing.
Probably fast break.
Right.
So there's 6.
White sparkle auto.
There'll be a choice. Nebula. Does Nebula do Prizm too? No, there's a 1-of-1 in choice. I just can't remember what it is.
Yeah, it's I think it is Nebula.
Is it Nebula? Okay. So you've got the black disco.
Yeah.
The true black.
I can tell y'all in about 30 seconds. Mac Jones has 8 different black 1-of-1s.
Right.
In Prizm.
All right, so what about this question then? Joe Burrow, NT True RPA at a 99 BGS 9.5 with a 10 auto, or Mac Jones 1-of-1?
Oh,
Like, what are you picking? Right. Not Mahomes, but Josh Allen at a 99 true RPA plus 20K left over, or Mac Jones.
Yeah, I'll take Josh Allen in anything.
Right.
So like the last Joe Burrow 9.5 10 sold for like 90K or something.
Yeah.
But it was a single cut, like it was a single swap.
Of course.
Swap. Like then you get into like NTs are just so different because like 3-color swatch 9.5 are still selling for like 150K.
Yeah.
So I have like 4 or 5 friends that dabble in the 100K 6-figure card market, right? I think most of them would tell you they would rather have the Mac Jones rookie 101 black over a Burrow RPA or a Josh Allen RPA.
Is it simply just because like if he does win it, like you have the basically you have the card?
Yes. So their mindset is this: if he goes out this year and has a down year, say they go 9-8, get a wild card spot, don't advance past the first round. That card is now a $50,000 to $60,000 card, and sure they lost 40 to 50K. But on the flip side, if they go 12-5 and he wins a playoff game or two, now all of a sudden that card is 200 to 250K, and like they're just going to tell you the upside is way higher than the downside.
Like what's Burrow's 1-of-1 Prizm? Like what did it get up around more than likely?
I haven't even seen that.
Like if you were spitballing, what do you think it would have sold for in auction?
I think right now,
or how about this during the Super Bowl? I mean,
during the Super Bowl, let me see what
325.
So I mean, nobody really thought the Bengals were going to make that run. You're taking a risk that Bill Belichick finds his way back to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, look, to Cody's point, the people who have the money to buy that card are the people who can afford to lose on the gamble.
So real quick, Burrow RPAs are like 4, call it 4x Mac Jones. So right. Burrow 101 probably sells for 400K, I guess, ish, give or take.
Okay.
But again, I think that it's like the people that you only have, there's only like at our level of collecting, there's a bunch of different people that collect, right? Like there's specific player collectors like Kevin who collect Mo Harkless, and it doesn't matter if it's a nickel card or like a logo man, like he wants the Mo Harkless, and that's just what.
If you have that logo man, please contact me. Thank you.
Exactly. And like there's so many different ways you can go. When you get at the higher level, there's investment people, right? Or there are true collectors that will buy that card, put it in a safe, and you will never ever see it again. Because like 100K is a lot to anybody out there, but like if it's a card they want, ultimately it's like whatever, I'm gonna pay whatever it takes to get that card. I'm gonna throw it in a safe and never see it again. They're not gonna, like, we're never gonna see it again. Like that's especially true in the soccer market. Like when you talk to Kevin, when I talk to Kevin a lot about the soccer market, I'm like, dude, how are these cards that are out of 99? Like you can't find any sales on them. Like how is that possible? And it's simple. It's the simple thing of soccer collectors are typically collectors, and they buy a card, put it in their safe or put it in their collection, and you never see that card again. It never resurfaces.
They're very passionate,
and I think that's eventually what's going to happen to the Mac Jones. You're just going to get a guy who wants that card so bad for some reason, buys it, puts it up in his collection, and then you don't see it again until like he's either ready to get rid of it for whatever reason or whatever. But like typically there's 1 or 2 sales like fairly quickly after each other, and then you don't see another sale for years later.
It might be Mac Jones himself who ends up buying it. Did you see him rocking a Panini sweatshirt the other day?
I did, and I know
Instagram
he's real tight with the Panini people. But speaking of that segues me right into this.
Expensive cards.
There is a rumor out there that LeBron James is interested in buying his Triple Logoman 101 from Flawless. Let's go ahead and talk about that. We haven't really dove into that much yet. What do y'all think about that hitting the open market on Golden's upcoming auction? Trey, what are your thoughts?
The 2 was the number that came into my mind, so a little bit higher than Kev. I think it finishes at like 4.5 to 4.7. I think it's just under the 5 is what it'll lock in at. And if that's with it getting bid up, whatever it is, I think it gets in just under 5.
Kev, is the modern record for a sports card still the Luka Logoman?
The 4.2, right?
4.2, yeah.
To my knowledge, yes, it is.
I'm about to give you two different people that could potentially be interested in this card, and why I don't think it's going to go super crazy. And I'm going to put my number at 2.5.
Okay.
You have Shine, who, to my knowledge, and what I would say, very picky on card condition.
Yes.
A lot of the cards he posts are 10s. Like Luka RPA is 10 with a 10 auto. And
we can say, I mean, without giving anything away, that yes, Shine is absolutely, without a doubt, very
I mean, look at his Instagram. Like his Instagram is all high grade, low pops. That's his
right.
Which, if I was a collector, to be quite honest, that would be my thing. Like I am a collector. If I was a collector, if I was a collector,
if
I was a collector of his caliber, that's how I would. High grade, low pop. That's what I would be after. However, on the flip side of that, so I think that you lose some high end collectors having it authentic with a crease on it. I think if I had to guess, and I can be totally wrong, and Shine, if you see this, and tell one of my buddies, I just want to say that I'm sorry for assuming. But
Shine, if you see this, do you want to come be a guest?
Right.
Like,
exactly.
you have an open invitation.
I think that this puts of it being authentic with the crease puts in danger of alienating 50% of the people who would have been interested in bidding on this card.
Correct, but I think your high tier, like we said, if LeBron and Drake get into the bidding war, that card could be a PSA 2. And then
on the flip side of that, Nat Turner owns a ton of LeBron logos.
Yeah,
a ton, a lot of them.
Right.
Multiple of them are graded authentic.
Fair.
So,
look, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. Do we know?
Is it a
week?
Nat Turner, if Nat Turner wants that card, he's going to get the card. Dude, if Nat Turner wants that card, he's out. Let's be honest for a second, right? If Nat Turner wants that card and Drake wants that card, Nat Turner's winning the card. Like that, like whenever I talk about like Drake having money, he has money. He doesn't have Nat Turner money.
Right.
He's not like Drake.
Shout out Nat Turner if you're listening.
My like all this is public. Like you can look this up. Nat Turner's net worth is like north of $1 billion. $1 billion, right? I would assume Drake is in the 80 to 100. I don't know that off the top of my head. Maybe you can Google and fact check.
Trey, do it.
I would guess he's in like the 80 to 120 as far as
150.
250.
150. I'm doing LeBron next.
LeBron's $1 billion.
LeBron's 500 as of 2021.
LeBron just cracked that billion mark with because there was a big thing about it. He's the first.
Like if LeBron wants it, LeBron can get it, right? But like I'm just saying, like if that's a card that Nat Turner wants, like Nat Turner's probably gonna end up with it. And
unless they have a number in mind, right? Because even if you're a billionaire, I'm not gonna say if I think that card is $6 million, I'm not gonna put my max bid at $20 million. Right?
No, but I think that if you think it's 6, and then all of a sudden you see that Drake, because I don't know that this would even happen this way, but I would assume at that point, say it's 3 people bidding on a card and it's Nat Turner, Drake, and LeBron. I would assume they know who's bidding on the card at that point. I could be wrong, but I would assume they have a good idea.
So the interesting thing is like bidder confidentiality, right? Where like if those 3 are actively have bids in, right? Technically, nobody's supposed to know who's bidding on what, but like is Golden going to come out and be like, we have a bidding war. These are our 3 guys. Like you would need.
I don't think Golden would do that, but I think that there's a chance they could all 3 be made aware who they're bidding against.
Fair.
And if Nat puts his max number at 6. And say Drake bids up 6.3,
right?
and Nat Turner knows that he's bidding against LeBron himself and Drake.
Right.
Like, who's to say he doesn't move it up to 6.5? Like, how many times have we put it? Let's look at it from our perspective. How many times have we put a max bid in on a card, got outbid, and then went back and restarted back bid?
Nope. And one of our good shared friends makes fun of me all the time for this because I like put my snipe bids too low and don't get cards. And then
our
text them.
Friends, how many times do you think he adjusts his maximum bid on cards?
Every single time.
And and to be quite frank, he's bidding on cards that are higher than what we're bidding on, right?
Right.
Now he's not bidding on $6 million cards.
Right.
Right. But like that's kind of the mindset when you get up into that range. It's just like if you get 2 or 3 people that want the card bad enough, there's no telling what this card's going to do.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm excited to see. And do we know, is it a week auction? Is it a month auction? What is it?
I didn't see, but
okay.
I can tell you this. I'm glad I don't have any cards at Golden going during that same auction because they would get 0 eyeballs. I can tell you that.
Right. Unless they somehow wind up on the same page.
Yeah. I mean, I guess there is a chance that like if you're in that auction, maybe you get more eyeballs on it because people are just going to the site more. I don't know.
Of course. Because I'm just wondering, like, is this a thing where, like, if the auction ends in a month, like, is somebody flying to the National to pick this up and it's going to be like a red carpet parade where this
it's not the auction. Well,
because
I would assume not, because I would assume the auction is going to end over a month before the National. Now that I'm thinking,
will this card be at the National?
No.
Will that no?
The buyer might, but the card won't.
Only if it's Nat Turner or Shine.
Correct. That's why I said the buyer will.
I think it'll be there. Like unless Drake buys it, because Drake's not coming to Atlantic City.
Neither is LeBron.
Don't tell Cali Roadshow Shop.
Anything else y'all want to?
Yeah, I think that we.
Do y'all want me to call Hackler live on the air and see and be like, hey, can you come back on and cut this?
Yes.
Yes, actually.
Hackler, I know that you've been in Mexico recently.
There we go.
The triple logo man of LeBron is going to public auction on Golden.
And who do you think the winning bidder is going to be?
5 multiple choices, okay?
Okay.
Drake, LeBron, Shine, Nat Turner,
or the field.
I'm going to say that somebody's going to buy it for Drake, but it might not be Drake doing the actual bidding.
Do you think it'll ever appear on his social?
Yes.
Yes.
If he wins it, it will appear on his social.
So there you have it. Tracy says Drake.
All right, Cody, who are you picking? A, B, C, D, E. Nat Turner. Okay. Trey, who are you picking?
Some call him Drizzy Drake, but I don't know what
I will probably go with Nat, but if it is on the lower, like if it's in the close to what you think, Kev, I think it's going to be the field. I think it's going to be an overseas,
right?
Like international buyer. If it's on the lower end, but if it's higher, I'll give me Nat.
All right. I wanted to say Nat, but since 2 you guys said it already, I am just going to be different here. And I think that, no, I'm going to do, here we go. I'm picking the field, but I'm telling you who. It's going to be Rich Paul.
Ooh.
Rich Paul,
okay. Yeah.
That's because LeBron might not actively be the one to, like Tracy said about Drake, like LeBron might not actively be the one to bid on it, but I feel like Rich Paul would get it and then maybe make a thing about like giving it to LeBron. I don't know. I
like it. Okay, so this has been probably the best episode yet of Roadshow Roundup because I wasn't on it. But I love you guys, and we all love you watching. And we hope that you're back next week because we're going to have live updates from the shop, the Texas Roadshow shop, because it opens next week. So thanks for watching. We'll see you real soon, and we love you. We'll see you. Bye.
Wait, how do we end this live when it's over? I just realized that. Does anybody know how to do that?
Is Tracy really not coming back for the whole show?
No, he can't.
What if this doesn't save or something?
What do you mean he can't?
Right.
Wait, what are we live to?
I don't know,
Did
guys.
he
Wait,
think we were just
I
gonna stop
wait. I thought
recording?
he was randomly coming back in the middle.
No, he said he was done with our bull and left.
You've been paged.
Right, hold on. Red card. This is
feel
a
like
red
there's-
card too.
I feel like
Let's
there's a
go.
joke coming that I'm not in on, but
No, I swear, Cody, there's not. He literally just said he doesn't feel good. He needs his energy for next week. He's gonna do the intro and then he's gonna leave. And that
He
is
didn't really do the
he
intro.
didn't even finish his last sentence in the intro before he just dipped.
and he called you Trey Lance.